Hello and welcome from Camp4U campsite near Wrocław, Poland. This is now going to be my last night here, as I'm now going to move on. So the situation here is as follows. As from today, that is to say the 20th of April, we can now move in our vans. Now there's a magazine called Polski Caravaning. They've got a big sticker of theirs on the side of my van, friends of mine. They consulted a lawyer who wrote an article for them, or allowed himself to be interviewed, I should say, and he says that legally there's nothing to stop us now going out in our motorhomes. Now whereas in my case I suppose I could have gone on to my final destination, there wouldn't have been a problem with that. But I believe that first of all we have to make an example, not only because I have a YouTube channel, so that's me, but us, and say us, those of us motorhomers in general, need to make an example and behave in a correct manner. And that doesn't just mean obeying the law, it's also obeying the spirit, what's behind it. And if the idea is to stay at home, then you have to stay at home. So in my case, I'm moving to the next place I was going to go to. I'm going to pick up all of my summer clothes, dump off my winter clothes, and then on to the next place where I'll sort of stay there. Now the restrictions here have been slightly lifted. There are some of course which are still in place. Now one of the restrictions was that a shop could have only 3 times the number of people inside that it had cash desks. And today I was in a shop, and to be quite honest, there was quite a lot of people in there. Oh, sorry. We still have to wear masks. And so hopefully as I move on, I'm not going to come into contact with anybody. I'm not sort of doing this it's just a case of moving from one location to another. I feel a bit bad being the only motorhome in here, and so that's my reason for going. Today, as I went up to the shop, I didn't exactly see fewer or more cars on the road. I thought there was just as many as there had been before. So I can't say that there's been any change on that front. So I shall of course continue to report these things back to you. As I move, it might be a bit more difficult for me to upload videos. Obviously my next destination I'll be able to do that, but where I will be as from Friday, I don't know if I've only got my own internet, and it's okay for receiving things, but if I start uploading stuff, then I'm going to run out of bandwidth, my allowance, very quickly. But anyway, we'll see how that one goes. So this is my last walk through the forest, I hope with a mask on, and then it's back. Next time I'll be here, I hope I won't be having to wear a mask. I hope. There's still no news on how long the borders are going to be closed, and that is I wouldn't say it was a worry, but it's something that's gone through my mind. Now, one of the things, of course, I did think of when I came here was that there's so much to do in this one country. I could spend the rest of my life doing it. Particularly as I'm a sort of a tourist. I'm not a sort of one who wants to, 15 countries and 15 days sort of person. I like to really get to know a place. I did a video in 2008. I was in France. And I said, I think it's a mistake me going to the United States, because I'll get a taste for it, and then I'll just want to see more and more and more, which of course did happen. And so I like to know places in depth. I like to know lots of things about them, and many places I just keep going back to. Of course, there's places I've been to and I think, oh well, been there, done that, don't I'll bother with that again. And for me, the world's too small. Sorry, the world's too big. The time is too small. Anyway. So, well, anyway, as this will be my last video sort of live, there'll be one or two more to come, because actually I did one or two other things up front in preparation for the departure. So you'll yet see me walking through the forest in more videos. But anyway, I've been here now 5 weeks. I've spent most of this coronavirus shut down, well, not most, all of it I spent here, because where I was earlier in Augsburg, I don't really think I can count that. And so it's like half of March and half of April. No, in fact, longer than that. Almost 2/3 of March and almost 2/3 of April here. So anyway, so my intention, of course, is to stay at home as such in the van, and I won't be going anywhere where there's any crowds. So anyway, thanks very much for being with me. I hope that everybody does stay safe and not only stay safe, but keep your families and other ones safe as well. So thanks very much for watching, and if you're watching this live, in a few minutes time there's going to be a film with a motorhome or a camper van in it. Thank you.